Hello, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to the Queen Cuisine Cooking channel. I hope you all are having a fabulous day just like myself. And today we are going to be making ginger soup. Yes, you got that right, ginger soup. So you may already know what ginger is. It's a very popular spice that has been used for centuries due to its medical properties. It contains various bioactive compound that contribute to its health benefits, and some of the health benefit is the anti-inflammatory properties. Ginger helps reduce and alleviate symptoms of inflammatory condition like arthritis. Ginger also helps with your digestive system. It also helps reduce bloating. It helps with your immune system, right? It helps support your immune system, and of course weight management, right? So today, without wasting much of your time, we are just going to go through the recipe that you will need in making your ginger. The first thing you need is your ginger. So these are already washed and peeled ginger. These are all fresh. So washed ginger, and then you will also need your tomatoes and onion, right? So today I'm going to be using 4 tomatoes and 1 whole onion, which I cut in half, and of course my spicy pepper. The spicy pepper is optional. The reason I have it here is because I like my food spicy, really spicy. So ginger is already spicy, you know, so if you are not someone that can handle hot spice, please, you don't need to add this. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to need is, of course, my dry crayfish. This is all blended, right? This is dry crayfish blended. And I'm also going to be using my tin tomatoes, tomato paste, right? Just 1 tin. And you don't need to use everything, right? You may just take half of it and then you're good to go. So now let's dive into our cooking. So what I'm going to do is, before turning on my heat, I am going to get my ginger. Let me bring this down so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I have my beef in my pot. I'm going to add my ginger to this, okay? I'm going to boil it with my meat. I'm also going to add my tomatoes and onion to my pot before turning on my heat. I'm going to bring this to a boil. Let my meat really cook properly. And I'm also going to do the same for my tribe. I'm going to turn on the heat as well. I'm going to let the meat really cook. You don't want it to be too tender. The reason I'm saying that is because when you start adding your ginger, you're going to leave it to cook again. So you don't want to overcook your meat. You just want it to be in moderation. Because for one, you're not going to do anything like air fry or try to fry your meat, because this is soup, okay? It's just a preference. Okay, so and again, if you have not subscribed, if you are new to the Queen Cuisine Cooking channel, please go ahead and subscribe, and please like this video, share this video with your loved ones, because today we are making ginger, which has a lot of great benefits that is beneficial for everyone. Okay, please share this video. Okay, so now my meat is almost cooked. So what you want to do is, I am going to remove my ginger, the tomatoes and peppers. I'm going to blend it. Okay, make sure you remove everything and you blend it really smooth. Alrighty, so now I've finished blending the tomatoes, ginger, onion and pepper. So I'm going to add it to the stock. So before doing that, I already took out the meat from the stock. So this is my meat, just the beef. I still have the tripe cooking because it takes a little bit of time for the tripe to fully cook. So I'm going to add this to my stock. I'm going to add all the blended stuff to my stock. I'm going to add some water to rinse it all off. And add that back in there. So I just added some water. I'm going to stir this all up. When you're done adding that, the next thing you want to add is your tomato paste. I'm just going to use everything because my ginger is quite a lot. The soup is quite a lot, so I'm going to add all the tomato paste in there. Then I'm going to stir that up. Notice I'm using the stock, right, to make my ginger soup. You don't need to fry up anything. You don't need to add any oil. So it's all natural stuff, okay? Then I'm going to add my crayfish. Stir that up again. And I'm using very low heat at this time. So if everything is all mixed properly, you are going to let this sit for 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to allow this to bring this to a boil for 5 minutes. I'm still using very low heat, and once it's cooked for 5 minutes, then you will now add your meat. By then my tribe should be ready. I'm then going to add my tribe and cook for another 10 minutes. You don't need to cook it for too long because the ginger was already boiled with your fresh tomatoes before you actually blended your tomatoes. So I'm just going to allow it to boil because I added my crayfish, I added my tomato paste. So I'm going to allow this to cook and sit for 5 minutes before adding anything else. Alrighty, so I have been boiling my ginger soup for like 5 minutes. So the next thing you want to do is to add your tribe. So this is my tribe right here. I'm going to add it in because I need that to be properly cooked. I'm going to add all my tribe. Notice I am not adding any more salt, and I'm not adding any more sugar or any sorry, not sugar, I'm sorry, Maggi cube. Since this was already seasoned, I mean my meat was properly seasoned, and I'm using the broth to make the ginger, so you don't really need to add anything else. So once you fully added your meat, you can then taste for salt, okay? So the other thing I want you to know is I am not adding my beef right now. My beef is still here. The reason I'm not doing that because I don't want my beef to be overcooked, because I've just added my tribe. This is going to stay on the fire for another 10 minutes because you don't want to overcook your ginger as well. So keep in mind we are only going to cook the ginger for like half an hour. So I've just added my tribe in there. It's going to simmer and cook, and I'm using low heat, okay? So, and the other thing I wanted to mention is the fact that when you add your ginger to your broth, you want to make sure it's not too thick. If it's too thick, you may need to add water, right? So right now, because like I mentioned, you can drink this as soup as well. So my ginger is a little bit too thick. It's a little thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my stock from my tribe. I'm going to add it in there because I don't want it to be too thick. So I'm going to stir this up again. Okay, this is perfect. I'm going to let this cook for another 10 minutes before adding my beef. And once you add your beef, you only need to leave it for another 10 minutes and then your soup is ready. So I'm going to close this up and let it bring this to a boil for 10 minutes and then add my beef, okay? And again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do so. Today we are making ginger soup, which is a very healthy spice that can be used for a lot of things. You can use your ginger soup, you can drink it like that, and you can also use it for fufu or semo if you are from Africa. You can also use it for rice as well. You know, there are a lot of ways you can use your ginger soup, and it's very beneficial for your digestive system. It's an anti-inflammatory property. It's going to help also with your weight management. So there are a lot of cool benefits of using ginger. So today we are just making ginger soup, and we'll be right back. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes. So what we are going to do now is we're going to add our beef and also our stock. So this is my beef and stock. I'm going to add this to my ginger soup, and I'm going to stir this all up. See, the soup is not as thick, it's just perfect. Let me bring the camera closer so you guys can see. Oops. Sorry guys. So I just added my meats, my beef. So you don't want it to be too watery. This is the perfect mixture. So what you need to do now is you're going to leave it for 5 minutes, let it boil, and then you'll be good to go, and then your soup will be ready. So again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do so. We are using low heat to make the ginger soup. You don't want it to be all you don't want to use a very high heat to make your ginger soup because it's a spice, and you can actually eat ginger natural, so you don't want to overcook it. So I'm just going to leave this for 5 minutes because I just added my beef in the pot, and then it's going to be ready to consume. So we're going to be right back to show you the end product. Again, I want to thank you for staying tuned to my channel. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe, like the video, and share the video with your families and friends. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes since we added our beef to our ginger soup. So now everything is ready. Our ginger soup is all cooked, and I'm going to have to move my camera again, so just bear with me because I want you guys to really see what is going on here. That is my ginger soup right there. It came out really good. So like I mentioned earlier, you can use the soup for fufu, for rice, and you can drink it on just the way it is because it's called soup, right? It's a healthy spice that you can use for a lot of things. So I'm just going to add it to a plate. So now I'm going to turn off my heat because this is fully cooked. I'm going to serve my stuff. I hope you all are having a wonderful day today. I'm going to add some meat on there. There you go. So this is how it's going to come out, ginger soup, and you don't need a lot to cook it. So again, thank you so much for joining me today. Again, please share this video with your friends, with your family, with your loved ones. You can never go wrong with ginger soup. This is absolutely needed in the home because it helps with a lot of health benefits, your immune system, your digestive system, and also with your weight management. So please share the video and like my video. Until I come your way again, this is your girl Rosemary. Thank you. Have a blessed day. Love you all. Mwah.